Hi-oh, it's Teresa in Gemma's house. Well, I was rooting around in my curtain stash the other day, and I came across a nice surprise. Oh my gosh, I totally scored when my younger daughter gave me these 3 beautiful 100% cotton velvet curtain panels. They're 108 inches long, but she only needed 3 panels. So, what's wrong with this picture? We have to fix this now. Okay, so I started by taking the single panel that was on the left side of the window, and I folded it in half on the floor, tried to get it as straight as possible, and I have the right side of the curtain facing inward, so right sides together. They were from Pier 1 Imports. They're really nice curtains, lined, and the label says dry clean only. I never dry clean anything. The lining is 100% polyester, so the cotton panels shrunk in the wash and dryer, but the lining did not. But that's okay, I can adjust that. So now I'm just going to cut straight up this inside edge. And I will be cutting right through the middle of this back tab that is positioned right in the middle of the top of the curtain. Okay, so this is one of the full panels I have laid out on the table. And the half panel, I'm going to sew the first one to this side of this panel. I'll have to remember when I do the other panel, that half panel will have to be sewn on the other edge, just so that the half panels are to the outside edges of the window. Okay, so I have the half panel pinned to the side of the full panel. And when I got to the bottom, the liner was hanging way too long. So I just pleated it right here. It's just going to hang freely. I have the top part of the liner. This is the top of the panel up this way. I have the top part of the liner on the top and just pleated it. I'm not that concerned about the liner. It's not going to show on the outside of the house at all. The outside of my bedroom window where I'm hanging these is the backyard. And I'm not going to sew the tabs together yet. I'm going to hand sew this half tab to the side of this full tab on the full panel afterwards. And the length of the curtains is exactly the same. I worked on that before I put these curtains up originally. So I'm going to start at the bottom of the curtain, and luckily I have burgundy colored thread. It will match this perfectly. I'm going to use a 1/2 inch seam on this. And I'm using my walking foot too. That always helps to keep everything from buckling. And I keep checking underneath to make sure the lining on the full panel isn't falling underneath where I'm sewing. And I'm just sewing up as far as I can go. These seams here are pretty bulky. So up at the top, I'll be hand sewing these parts together because I can't get in there with the machine. So now on the back of the curtain, I'm going to top stitch along this outside edge, and that will keep everything nice and flat. Okay, so this is the outside after I top stitched them together. And this is where I hand sewed them together at the top where I couldn't get it into the machine. And, you know, not the prettiest, but it's functional. And on the inside, I sewed the 2 tabs together, just enough so I can get the curtain rod through there. And again, it's functional. And that dart, where I pleated it in the back, you could, if you wanted, hand stitch this, but again, I'm not that concerned about the liner. It's really never going to show. Okay, so here they are, and now they're both the same width, and I think they look fantastic. And these are so great in the evening and nighttime because they keep out the cold air and also the light from the street light that's on the street right outside of my bedroom window. So the room stays nice and dark. And they look a little Victorian in a way too, which is perfectly fine with me. I love this burgundy color and the weight of these drapes too. So I hope this video gave you some good ideas that you can use in your own home. And can I ask you, if you like this video, to please give it a thumbs up. And can I also ask you to check my main Gemma's House channel page, because I do a lot of other types of projects. And if you click on the videos tab, you can scroll through and maybe you'll see another video or two that you'd be interested in watching as well. So thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate the viewer support. Bye-bye.